Slumpbusters, welcome in. I'm your host, Juju Talk Sports, and I'm here to ask a simple question. Is the U.S. team still the favorites heading into the 2020 Summer Games? What seemed to be a surefire no-brainer is suddenly in doubt as the U.S. team has officially dropped back-to-back games against not premier squads per se, but Nigeria by 3 points, and then most recently to the Aussies, losing by a score of 91-83. This team was led by Joe Ingles and Patty Mills, which, no disrespect to those guys, basically bench players. When you look at the American roster, we're talking about Damian Lillard, we're talking about Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, some all-stars, some guys that are on all NBA teams, and yet 0-2 in the Olympic Games. And this doesn't just stop here. This goes back to the World Tournament a couple years ago, where the American team lost some games that they should have obviously won, and they were the heavy favorites going into those contests. And where does the blame lie heading into this? Again, you look at the roster, you look at the talent. This team should score points, and yet they haven't been able to even crack 100. Kevin Durant, our best player, in 28 minutes, put up 17 points. And if there were any questions about Kevin Durant as a leader, I think it's starting to show in how he's leading this U.S. team. For all the digs that LeBron gets, you can say that those U.S. squads came in prepared and they came in ready to dominate. And this team doesn't seem to have that same motivation. Can I trust that this U.S. team can win multiple games consecutively on their way to the gold medal? At this point, no, I can't, because they haven't shown it. And it's clear that talent is not enough to compensate for their lack of cohesion. That brings up a second question. Is that on Gregg Popovich? Ever since making the transition and taking over for Coach K, Gregg Popovich, the future Hall of Famer, has failed to be able to put these pieces together in a way that can just go out there and dominate. And no disrespect to the Aussies or the Nigerian team, but I think it's a simple equation at this point. The U.S. team has multiple All-Stars, multiple All-NBA team guys, whereas these squads have 4 or 5 bench guys. Jahlil Okafor, Matthew Dellavedova, Patty Mills, again, burning his current coach. This is unexcusable, and honestly, I think I would not be shocked if the U.S. fails to capture the gold this year. In fact, I'm almost ready to say it's a surefire bet that they will not be at the top of the podium given this. And I know they have some added additions that have yet to be announced, such as Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, guys that are currently in the NBA Finals. But are those guys going to come in ready to work? And I don't know if it's, can you blame the shortened season? Can you blame the short amount of rest time? And now these guys are in the Olympic Games ready to compete. That could be part of the equation. But at this point, I think it's a bigger problem. Clearly, the world competition has caught up to us. And I think this is a sign of, unfortunately, future things to come. But anyway, Slumpbusters, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Can the U.S. team make a turnaround? Will they capture the gold? Are they still the favorites in your book? Leave a like on this video, and of course, subscribe to our channel, guys. We won't push for 2K. We've got more content coming out, more daily content, and it's all because of you guys. Oh, and of course, don't be a chump. Use promo code SLUMP at cavemancoffeeco.com. Come on, guys. Get yourself some nitro cold brew, the perfect recipe to bust any slump. Speaking of busting slumps, I think Team USA needs to seriously bust out of this, because if they lose to Argentina, don't even show up to Tokyo. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.